Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Thursday the 23rd of October. We've got some new mods, we've got a couple of updates. I'll be honest with you, the first one, we've got the Fortschritt ZT Tractor Pack by LP Gaming. I'm going to get this right. Mephi3D, Lazy Modding and help by Hellraiser. It's 163.13 megabytes download and it says update 1.5.0.0. I don't remember this pack at all. Now it might have been on a day I didn't do a mod review, I might have been ill, or there could be 100 reasons why I don't remember it. I've looked through the changelog and I can't see anywhere where it says console release. I'm just a bit concerned that it is console release, but like I say, it might have been out for a while already. Anyway, the other one is the Goldhofer STZ VP pack by HR Forst und Fahrzeugbau. In front of me, we've got the concrete BunkerSilos. This is by MartinCz, 3.99 megabytes download. These are 3s and 4s on the slot count. Build mode, silos. There's one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Prices do vary depending on size, as you can see there, compared to that one. There are no customization options, they come as they are, and I've done my usual. Like that one's only 17 drive through, that one's drive through, I think the top one's the first 3 are drive through, bottom 3 are the what I refer to as a U shape, I don't know. So I have double checked to see whether or not we've got any clipping through the concrete walls, of which I have to say do look very nice, and there isn't any. I couldn't find any clipping. I did put, and the size of this as well, I've put 250,000 litres into here. Well, that says 252,000, which I don't understand because the trailer was only 250,000 litres, so I don't know how that's happened. And that's barely, I mean, it's just disappearing. If you do 250, that's 500. You can be looking at a million. I mean, so we're looking at 1 million, 2 million, sorry, 500,000, a million, 2 million, 3 million. This has got to be a 4, 5 million, even maybe 6 million litre. It's massive. But I say, yeah, no clipping through the walls. Very nice. There you go. Next we have got the Lizard Weight Pack by Duysens-Agri and LowPolySTD. 3.01 megabyte download and 1 slot. These are here. Now I've got 2 of these out because, again, it was one of those ones you think, hang on a minute, I need to double check something. So, the weight pack, there are 6 in this pack. I'm not sure why it wasn't just one mod with adjustable size, like weight, I don't know. Anyway, there are 6. They are all 1 slot. Options on all of them are exactly the same. So you've got 200 kilo, 300, 600. We've got an 800, 1000, 1200. Let's just pick 800 for example. So you've got mouse control, no or yes. Then main colour choice, pick what you want off your colour palette. And like I say, if we go to that one, exactly the same, mouse control, no or yes. Then main colour. So I got with mouse control. So I thought, well, you know what, let's do that. That's our front one here with mouse control. What I'm going to do is drop the rear one off. Turn the beacons off. So there's our weight. L1, circle, lower weight, circle, lift weight. Then we've also got, you can see there, L1 right stick up and down for raising and lowering manually. So I assumed, well, that must be that. That's the mouse control, isn't it? L1, right stick, we've got manual adjustment on that, that's what the mouse control is. That's our L1. R1 is that, L1, R1 on our controller is that, so no other options. So what I'm going to do is drop that off, and then the rear one I got without mouse control. And it's exactly the same. So I'm not sure what the mouse control is, or does. L1, lower weight, raise weight with circle, and then with our right stick, up and down. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but anyway, the weight pack's there with colour options. Next, we've got this, the Amazon ZAS 330 by Unstoppable, 2.22 megabytes download, 2 slots, 12 meters spread width, lime or fertilizer, 330 litre tank, no options. This will cost you 2,300. If we go into there, that's where you'll find it. Yeah, 2,300, no options. It comes just like that. Straightforward. It says 12 meters in the description on the website as well as being 12 meters no matter what, and that looks like 12 meters to me. So whether you're fertilising or liming, let's be fair though, consider I'm liming. It's only 330 litres. It's not using anywhere near as... I know I've got precision farming on, but it's not using anywhere near as much as I thought it would. So there we go. The Amazon ZAS330. Next, we've got this. This is the Kverneland Turbo 2. This is by La Gratinerie. It is 5.57 megabytes download, 3 slots. 4.2 meters. You'll find this under cultivators because it is a cultivator. So there it is, 7,540. That's all. 120 horsepower required. That's not bad for a 4.2 meter. We've got design 1 like that, and then design 2. We've got some spring tines on the back of it as well, which helps kind of smooth everything out and that kind of thing. So unfold. No option for shallow or deep cultivation. It is a cultivator, so it should be... Well, actually, no, it looks like it's going to be shallow. Yeah, shallow cultivation. So it shouldn't bring up small stones. Normally disc harrows do shallow, but L1, R1, L1, R1, yeah. No option for shallow or deep cultivation. There you have it. The Kverneland Turbo 2. Next, we've got this. I'm excited to give this a go. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. This is going to be one that's going to require a bit of fettling, I think. This is the tractor pulling sled. 8.5 megabytes download, 15 slots by BB Mods and Ridiculous Dominic. It's very cool. Lots of nice detail options and stuff on it, as you can see. You can add more weight to it by adding weights on here. Plus, it has got a capacity, so I think you can fill it with liquids as well, so you can really increase the weight. Now, we had a tractor pulling pack on FS22 that came with a load of extra bits and bobs. This is just the sled, but with this you can test any tractor you like. So any tractor you own, you can hook on the front of this and give it a go. Now obviously the higher up the horsepower bands you go, you're going to need to add more weights in as you go. Now I don't know how this is going to work. I've got one of the other mods for today I've got out to give it a go, but it will just be a case of looking at the operations of the piece of equipment. Let's have a look at it in here first. You'll find it under miscellaneous. It is just here. There you go. For £6,000, that's all for the base unit. So additional weight. So that weight box there, you've got 1,100 kilos, and it goes up in 1,100 lumps until we've filled that box completely. You can see the back dropping as we go. I put one row of blocks in, but it does say, where does it say? Yeah, on the middle, where under lizard. If you go down, it says 20. Is it 20,000 litres? Not 2,000. Yeah, 20,000 litres. So then you can add liquid in if you need more weight to it as well. Front decal, we've got dead weight. Then we go run through pretty much every manufacturer. If I go back from dead weight, nothing, and then we go to Zator. So you can, if you've got a sponsor or a particular brand you like, or you can just go for the dead weight option like that. Rear decal, we've got the dead weight option again, or sponsors. So you can have sponsors or on the back, which I quite like. I think that's quite a cool idea. Looks nice. Or back to none again. We've then got guard, so there's a guardrail around the cab bit. I've put the guardrail on. Flag, we can have US. What are we zooming out? Anyway, we can have US, Canada, Brazil, Australia, European Union. We're not part of it anymore. Or none. So you can pick a flag if you want. Trailer hitch, yes or no. So if you want to add, I guess, extra weight, I suppose you could put a trailer full of stuff on the back of that if you wanted to. Main colour, anything on this palette, and you've got various different options with sort of satins, flats, gloss, crowbage, that kind of thing. And then across the bottom here, we've got copper, palladium, bronze fire, titanium, however you want to say it, stainless steel. So you can pick and choose from those. Next design colour does, was it the box? Let me just double check. No, it does all that sled bit underneath. You can't do the two wings. I think they stay as they are. Next colour option, let's pick one over here. There you go, does your fenders. And then sled colour was the actual weight box, I think, if I recall. There we go. Hub colour, we can do our hubs. Rim colour, there's no license plate option on there. So, we jump in, we've got beacon. We do have lights. Interior. So if you're playing with friends, you can operate everything from here. You can also operate it from the tractor when you're attached. 'Cause if you're playing on your own, you can't jump between the two. But let's hop out of here. Turn the lights off a second. L1. Now, to transport this with the engine on and I've got the wheels down, you can drive it. As you can see, you can drive it and you can steer it a little bit. But if you're transporting it long distances, unfold semi-trailer down the D-pad does that. So you can transport this with the lorry if you want to. L1, down the D-pad, puts that away. Now, we've got unfold lower, which is at the front. So unfold lower front, circle. Drops the sled down to the deck, like that. And then when you're ready to go, it says unfold extend sled. L1, circle. And that's what rolls your weight block forward. So as you're going down the track, that weight gets further and further forward, which makes it heavier and heavier on the bottom, or the front end, and harder to operate in theory. So that you can do from in tractor as well. So we're going to have a go at this at the end. I'm going to do the next two mods because I want to show the tractor, and then we'll hook the tractor up and we'll have a go at operating the sled. Like I say, it might pull it too easily, in which case it could probably do with some more weight, but I don't know until I try it. So L1, fold or retract sled, or you can do a completely full reset. A full reset will put the sled back and put the wheels back down. So if you're resetting it to put it back down, if you're actually doing a whole tractor pulling session with your mates, having a bit of a laugh, whatever it might be. So I can press triangle, which will just retract the sled, or a full reset will lift the wheels. Now I should be able to still reverse it even though the wheel's on the ground. So however far down the track you get. Now I made this up. I just put some dirt down, and I put animal dirt as well because I thought with a bit of weight on there, depending on how the map's set up, you might find yourself getting a bit more bogged down because it's muddy and sort of thicker dirt. These I put down just as a start point, and I've put an end point, and then I've put midway, I've put a higher scarecrow. So you can see how far you got in relation to the entire track, whatever it might be. This doesn't come with a pack. I'm pretty sure the previous one, there was another version of this. I've checked in decoration fences, that kind of thing. It doesn't come with like a track or stands or anything like that. You could use cones. There are so many mods out there. There's parking bays, there's strips for doing, you can put out markings, there's all sorts of stuff. Lots of decorative items. So if you want to set up a whole tractor pulling thing, you absolutely can. So I'm going to leave that like that for a moment. What I will say is when we go to hook the tractor up, when you unfold this or you reverse back, this chain comes straight out in front. If you drive forward, the chain can twist and it can go underneath the sled. What I also found was when I reversed the tractor up to it straight, it wouldn't hook up. I had to be completely straight on with the end of the chain for it to hook up properly. Just again, just one of the things I found. So we'll give that a go momentarily. Let's move on to the next mod, which is this. So here we have the Kodiaq Convoy Pilot by Kaymara and Romain YT. 20.57 megabytes download, 17 slots. This you'll find under your vehicles. Cars and bikes, just there on the end, 45,620 pounds, euros, or dollary dues. So configuration, style, or RS. Tyres, or wheels, sorry, say Sagittarius, or Sagittarius Aero. Car roof, we got no. Agricultural convoy, forestry convoy, exceptional convoy, flashing light bar, or no. I went exceptional because I don't know, but there you go. Let's say for example flashing light bar, and then on the front flocking we got agricultural convoy, forestry convoy, exceptional convoy, no. That also puts that in the back as well. So you've got a back window one as well as on the front. Red and white markings, puts those across the bonnet there. LED flashes, we've got windshield, we've got grid and windshield, mirrors on their own, then you've got mirror and windshield, mirror and grid, or all three. I went all three. Fragrance tree, which I think is quite cool. No UK one, unfortunately. We've got Fragrance Tree France, Fragrance Tree Germany, Fragrance Tree USA. And when you drive, that actually swings as well. It's brilliant. It's very cool. Beacon lights, we got one. Oh, that's only if we go for, actually, let's change that to... There we go. So on the side of that, let's go back to that. Beacon lights off. Beacon lights on, if you've got one of those on. We've got 1 through 4 on our beacon lights. So you can pick whatever you want. 2, 2, 3, 4, no. On your beacon lights, main colour is your vehicle colour, and then license plate option on there as well. So, we'll start up. Horn, lights as usual, interior. Let you see when you drive, look at the fragrance tree. It swings side to side, forwards and backwards. That's pretty cool. There's no doors or window options. Unfold car does the sign like that. Now, depending on how many you've gone for, if your beacon's on, so we've got our front grille, we've got windshield, we've got mirrors, and we've got our beacons if you've gone for those as well. No flashing ones at the back, but I suppose this would lead a convoy, so it's only warning people that are in front of it, I guess. You don't want the flashes on the back. Mind you, if you had one of these at the back of the convoy, possibly you might want rear flashes, but it doesn't matter anyway. That's what that does. Fold that. Engine off. There you go. The Kodiaq Convoy Pilot. So the last of the mods, and then we'll come back to giving the old sled a go, is this. This is the CLAAS AXION 930-960 TERRA TRAC 20 years by Team LTW. 38.62 megabytes download and 15 slots to get the first of. If we go to our large tractors, and just there. So options on this. We've got standard edition, which has quite a few options. We'll come back to that in a moment. We've got a 20-year edition, which is that one with the orange and the CLAAS colour, the CLAAS colour around the rim. It's nice, sort of split down the middle. Or you've got the 20-year black, which I think is very cool, which has accents of the orange and the CLAAS colour. But then you've got less options on that. So I'll go back to the standard one. So we've got 355 or 445 on our horsepower. Those are the two options. Wheelbrand, Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, back again. You've only got standard and wide on each of those tyre choices. Nothing for the tracks, wider or anything like that. Exhaust, we've got silver or black. Wipers on the side, so at the moment there's none. So you have wiper on the side, yes or no. GPS is on the top, yes or no. Doesn't put a monitor in, I don't think. Just the GPS on the roof. Then we've got window, back, standard or black. So it doesn't do all of them, just the back window. Attaches on the front, we've got a 3-point without PTO, 3-point with PTO. Then we've got, if you've got precision farming on, you can have your mirror mounted Iceria Pro compact. Rim colour option, license plate. Straightforward, isn't it? So we'll hop in, start it up. Lights. We've got no doors or windows that open or close. It comes just like that. It's pretty cool though. So I guess we can give it a go. Let's get the beacons on. Let's hook this chain up and give this a go. I say it may be that the sled needs more weight, I don't know. I genuinely haven't tried this yet. So if I back right up, and I have to get right on top of this for it to hook up. There we go. So what I can do, I can actually back up, give that a little bit of a shove if I need to. Straighten this up. What I'm going to do is get the sled level with the start. I mean, it doesn't matter, this is arbitrary, I've set this up myself. So we can see the sled behind. But I do have L1, I've still got the options, as you can see there, for fold, so that's raise and lower the front wheels. And then we've got further down it says unfold, extend sled. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my cruise control on to set myself off, and then I'll be jumping back to that. So cruise control, then extend sled, sled rolls forward. And to be fair, that pulled that, no bother at all. So that is going to need more weight, definitely. Retract the sled. So if I do a full reset, they'll put the wheels back as well. So what we can do is drive the whole rig back round. So what I might try, I'm going to go and see if I can fill this with a liquid, because if you look at the bottom right, it's got a 0 thing, so it looks like there is capacity for something. I'm going to fill it with some liquid, and let's give it another go. I want to see if I can stop this tractor from pulling it, because I mean, there is option for more weight in the sled bit as well. Maybe I could bring a tanker over and fill it with water or something. Right, I have filled it, 20,000 litres of water. It wouldn't let me fill from the tanker behind me, but over to there, over to the right hand side, I put in just one of the little hydrants, just a water tap, and it allowed me to fill it from there. So, let's do this again. Let's cruise control it, and then we'll go extend sled. So that's got the weight. It's finding it harder. It's still pulling it, but it's definitely harder. So that's with that weight and 20,000 litres. My concern is, because this is only a 445 horsepower tractor, that if I increase the weight of this to have another row, that if it still pulls it, or gets to a point where it's almost closer, some of the bigger horsepower tractors might find it too easy. I mean, that being said, it's still fun. That was certainly harder than it was the previous time. And like I said at the start, it's going to require a bit of fiddling, finessing, and if you're playing with your friends or whatever it is you're doing and having a bit of a laugh with it. And I guess, like I said, there's always the possibility of attaching something on the back with a load more weight on it. To, and I suppose you could daisy chain more and more trailers. You could just do whatever you want to, I guess, to make it work how you want it to work. And there you go. That's it for the mods for Thursday 23rd of October. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.